Hey there, Wondering Watchers. I'm Sony Golden for The Vibe is Golden. Welcome to this edition of Tabloid Tarot, where we use tarot and oracle cards to unveil celebrity news stories that might hit the tabloids next. In today's Tabloid Tarot, we're taking a peek at a Norwegian footballer, otherwise known as a soccer player, who has been called a goal-scoring machine. We're tabloid taroting Erling Haaland. So let's see what sensational headline we have for Erling and its implications. So we have Dream Big, Will-o'-the-Wisp Guidance. I'm noticing how there's like this kind of like bubble action going on, round bubble actions. You've got pain, and you have patience and adventure here. So it seems there's something to do with Erling wanting something, wanting to pursue something and having to wait, being maybe upset about it or hurt about it, and really being maybe seduced by someone giving them or giving Erling some type of guidance or perceived guidance on how to achieve his dreams. So let's take a look at some history about Erling that is relevant to this story. We have King of Pentacles. Okay, so this kind of indicates to me someone that is really looking at the money, the status, the wealth of this, like looking at it from a money-making standpoint. I'm going to get clarification on this because it seems like not Erling, because Erling is 22 years old, has his father probably giving him advice, his agent giving him advice, coaches giving him advice. So let's see who this Moneybags is. The Magician. Okay, so what's interesting here is this could be someone pulling the strings, making things happen, who knows, you know, still could be his father. It could also be his agent. With the Magician, not only can they make things happen and be confident of how they're operating in the environment that they're in, they're also known as a possible trickster. So let's see why this matters here. This King of Pentacles for this story. We have the Four of Swords. So what's interesting about this Four of Swords is you can see this individual in the bed. Above them on the wall is a picture of lovers embracing. So it seems like to some degree it may be that whoever is pulling the strings here, whoever this person who is looking at the long-term, or either the long-term wealth or how much money they can get for you know, kind of waiting things out, this patience. It's as if Erling has to like mentally check out and let things happen, and can kind of just daydream about what he wants to happen, wants to do, but kind of is removing himself from the decision makers, perhaps. So let's see what the focus is of this news story. Well, that's just like way too much, but we'll take these two. All right, so you've got the Page of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. So it kind of indicates some kind of maybe spying on some other team, or some kind of information being leaked from a certain team, or the position he'll play, or whether he can play. So let's get some additional details. You have the Fool. All right, you can see that the Fool here is like running off a cliff because they're so excited, so, you know, ready to take action. So it kind of indicates, you know, maybe even someone like spying, or even how Erling has fun going out at night, traveling, being a kid. It's almost as if it's all being orchestrated for him. So let's see the significance of why this is even newsworthy. You have the Sun. So it seems like this is all newsworthy because Erling is a very energetic child, if you want to call a 22-year-old a child, who really wants to, who is the center of attention, who is full of like hopes and dreams, and really can almost have it all. But it's as if he has learned and to kind of have a private him and a public him, and it's as if he's going through some issues. You know, it also could be physical pain, and his physical pain having to do with an injury. You can see the way that these legs are outstretched, and the high heel shoes and like the bowling shoes are kind of prominent here. So to some degree, a foot injury, leg injury, injury while running, possibly changing things up, his position, how he'll play, and possibly a magician, if that's more of a, like a doctor. And the Four of Swords could be like being out for an injury. There's that potential too. So let's take a look about Erling's attitude about the situation here. Oh, there's that pain card again. Three of Swords. Okay, so maybe he is in physical pain. Maybe he is in physical, it's about his physical pain and hiding it, or maybe this is about pain of the heart. So let me see, let me clarify this Three of Swords here to see if it's more physical, emotional. There is the Queen of Wands. So perhaps there is someone, maybe a more mature, older person.
Thanks for watching this edition of Tabloid Tarot. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Who maybe in the public Erling is not allowed to be with, spend time with, and that's, maybe he's being told to wait. That's basically this patience, pain, and guidance. He's being told to wait on making something public because the Queen of Wands, that's someone who is like demands attention. Well, not demands it, just the energy of the Queen of Wands is very attractive. Attention is put on the Queen of Wands, whether she wants it or not, but she usually wants it. She eats that stuff up. So let's take a look at damage control assessment. We have the 9 of Wands. So basically, Erling is thinking that almost doesn't want to deal with it and would rather kind of, you know, save his energy for the field, and is probably just going to let this King of Pentacles magician call the shots for now. So let's see what external factors influence how the story develops. You have the Page of Cups here. So it kind of seems how much of Erling's emotions, his aspirations of dreaming big, but not only in success for himself, because he's pretty much accomplished that, but in terms of success and love. So it's almost as if it really depends on how sensitive he feels, how much he is more connected to his heart than someone else's plan for his future. So let's see about the likely development for a follow-up story. We have the 3 of Cups here. So some type of celebration, something is kind of happening, possibly without his being aware of it, but ultimately there's going to, even whenever something that is hidden is actually revealed and the private aspects of Erling's life become public, there will be a celebration for it. Let's see what type of celebration. You have the world celebration here. So this could be marriage, like a new beginning altogether. It also could be going to a new team, some type of transfer, but it kind of seems that this has to do with some kind of wanting to go off, maybe travel with a certain individual, and they have to wait until, or marry a certain individual, or have the relationship go public. But they need to wait until whatever this King of Pentacles wants to happen happens. So since I was specifically asked about Erling's love life, and I'm working on a spread for celebrity couples that would also apply to celebrities who are single and dating. So until that happens, I'm going to pull 3 cards to see what's going on with Erling's love life. Okay, so, interesting. We have codependency, so kind of walked in to someone, possibly chained to someone or something. You have communications and true love. So it does kind of seem here that this codependency is almost like that public Erling versus private Erling. And here with this communication, it's how you perhaps discussions behind closed doors and what is out there in the public, because there's nothing out there in the public about Erling's love life. And then you have true love here. So it does kind of indicate that there is some secret love that is being shoved into the shadows for a little bit. It's unclear if this celebration here is going to be that this Queen of Wands didn't want to be in the shadow anymore and left the situation, or this Queen of Wands stuck it out and their romance was able to make it into the public version of Erling and celebrated. Possibly invitations to a wedding. We'll see. So that's what I have for you. We'll see you next time, and take care.